Birthday snap. KavaSpills podcast. We're not on the couch.
Season 3.
Season 3. We're back.
Something.
Shirts are on.
The legendary KavaSpills podcast.
Legendary with legends on here. First and foremost, before we even get into anything, happy birthday, Slone.
Happy birthday, Amanda.
Happy birthday, Slone. So we're gonna do one for Slone. Damn. So, without further ado,
25, by the way.
25, huh?
25.
Nice.
Without further ado,
Turn 24 next year. Yeah.
hey, I don't know about y'all, but Florida is hot as hell
really
here,
hot.
man.
I love it. I'm so happy.
I got
so
my
happy it's hot.
I got my
I'm so happy
passes.
It's not winter anymore.
Got my passes towel for real.
The
So-
plan was to do this in the car, but I got a tiny little car, so...
Hey,
My head was sweating.
How tall are you?
y'all
6'4".
Okay.
6'4". If y'all
That C4 is not for the 6'4".
If y'all don't know this legend that's sitting on the couch right now, we want to welcome back Mr. Dephree.
Thank you.
Give him a round of
Thank
applause.
you, Dephree. We missed you.
We missed you.
guys.
Y'all don't know the last time we had him on the show. It was a vibe. It was definitely a vibe. We talked about the freeway sign, that whole thing. But we dropped a new album.
Yeah.
And I will admit, listening to your previous album was fun. This one felt like a journey happened before the album was made, and I felt like this album was like a victory lap. Am I right?
The album is called Freedom,
Yeah.
and I dropped it in like March or something.
Tell
And
my friend bought two.
Thank you.
No
I
doubt.
need that. Yeah,
I mean,
man.
how the girls aren't sweating right now.
No.
This is crazy.
We're girls. We don't sweat.
Oh, how y'all don't sweat?
Freedom dropped in March,
Yeah.
and it was like the most personal music I've ever released. And
Yeah.
I just like talked a lot about my story, and it was real as well as like aspirational.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's certain traits. Like I try to speak who I want to be in
Yeah.
like the existence, in the
Yeah.
affirmative, in the present. You know what I mean?
Like a manifestation type
yeah,
of thing.
yeah,
All right.
yeah. So it's just about like being solid and grounded and like
Mm-hmm.
certain in my identity, and
Yeah.
and that's like I'm getting there.
Yeah.
You know?
So we're along on the journey, basically.
Yeah.
We're going along
Yeah.
on the journey. I'm a huge believer of it. You can't do these things alone. You need a
No,
team.
for sure.
And whoever was behind that camera, man, shout them out, please.
World Rad.
Yo, my man, we gonna hit you up for some. I got an album coming out too. I'll hit you up. You're probably too expensive because the visuals are on point, but you did
World
his
Rad
thing,
is
man.
crazy. He did all my visuals
Crazy
for the
visuals.
whole album, and he is a total hero.
Yeah.
This man. So first, when you come to Colorado, you're supposed to like acclimatize
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the altitude.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna Google that word
And
when we leave here.
And so the vision for Big was like it's gonna end on me on top of this mountain as on the metaphorical journey.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
And we went to Estes Park, Rocky Mountain National Park, and World Rad hiked this mountain with me, dude.
Oh wow.
He like this 14,000 foot mountain,
Wow.
and in like 3 feet of snow.
Wow.
We had like snowshoes and the whole deal, and just like falling down, and we were like dying, dude. And I was like,
this is for a shot.
for like 20 seconds of footage. And this dude
Wow.
did not, he was like yelling at me the whole time. He's like, I hate you, Dephree. Like, why did I ever, I'm like, you can do it, bro. And we made it, bro. We made it.
Yeah.
And it was like windy. It was so cold.
Yeah.
It was snowing. And
So that was a journey for him too.
yeah, and he just totally thugged it out. Just like that. After that day, I was just like, this is my guy.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like he didn't quit. He didn't quit on me,
Yeah.
on the vision, and like that was a moment where I just grew profound respect for Rad.
Yeah.
And we've been rocking together ever since. And now He's my roommate,
Let's
dude.
go,
I
man.
moved back. We got a pad together, and we're just gonna crank the content out.
Right? I was gonna say, now the content's gonna be just flowing out.
Yeah.
That video of you in that purple sweatsuit in, like, is it a pool hall or what was the room you were
They
in?
had a couple cool things in Denver. One was Meow Wolf, and one like this. It's like this other space for creators, but it's not just for creators. Like, it's just a weird vibe. You can go, like, it's like a museum kind of, but not like interactive space that looks visually crazy. So that's where we shot the Love My Life visuals, and then the Paper Chase video, stuff like that.
What any favorite songs on the album, girls? Have you listened to the album yet?
Not the whole thing, no.
You listened to what I played in the car?
Yeah.
I've listened to the whole album. The day it came out, I was listening.
What's your favorite?
Oh.
And I saw you on the pre-save link.
Yep.
Pre-save link?
Yep, because he was not eating.
Pre-save this.
He was not eating.
Bro, I forgot about that. Was that real?
Yeah, I made it. Well, I didn't make it. I made it 10 days without eating.
That's crazy.
And I was a server, right? So I'd go to work, and I was literally like, I had crazy diarrhea. Like, I was, bro, I was like, and my body was like shutting down or whatever. I called my doctor because I was like worried about myself. I'm like serving people food and just like running to the bathroom every 7 minutes, and everyone's like looking at me like, you nasty. And I'm like, what do you? And I'm like, dude, I call my doctor. He's like, dude, I am not gonna be your doctor anymore unless you stop this immediately. I like asked for advice.
He's like, nah.
He's like, no, my advice is you quit immediately, and if you don't, like, don't call me again.
Go eat something before we get off.
Did you have to ease into like food after
You're
that?
supposed to, and I did not.
So how many days did you make it?
10. That's wild.
Wow.
So that's wild.
Well, this is what's crazy. Cause I just mentioned the analytics on the pre-save link. So I picked a crazy number I didn't think I was gonna reach of 1,000 pre-saves. Okay, because I was just trying to, like, you know, do some internet shit, right? It was like, you know, so and I got like 70 pre-save links. Yeah, bad. And I was like so stoked on that.
Hell
like,
yeah.
I was like so grateful for everyone who like supported the project. But when I got the analytics report, I had 980 people try to pre-save it.
Oh.
But like the link was like obnoxious, and you had to enter information and do all this. And people
probably me
didn't want to
people
lost patience.
Quit on the pre. So it was like, but that was a cool moment where I was just like, holy shit, like people were watching and supporting, and it made me want to like figure out the pre-save link better for next time and stuff. But it was just kind of cool. I was like, I didn't even intend to do that. And
what's that feel like?
Almost happened.
What's that feel like to set a number that's unrealistic when you start, and then you look back and you're like, oh, what? I achieved that. That's
kind of,
you know, but still, like,
no, it came way closer than I thought. And,
dude, that's
that was really, it was like really humbling. Like when people like, you know, I'm just always like, you know, people say they like my music, I'm just to tell them like it made my day, because it did. You know, it's like it feels so good to like be appreciated, and then also just like provide something that makes other people's lives better, you know. And
it feels good too, because you think to yourself, even when somebody says they watched the episode, or when they say they've watched it and you didn't even ask them, I'm thinking to myself, man, we took an hour, 30 minutes, 20 minutes out of your day. I mean, I'm busy, so like asking me to like listen to a song is a lot. So when I see people like, yo, we watched the full episode, I'm like, damn, like, y'all took an hour out of your day to do that. That I feel real grateful for that. I appreciate that, because time is very valuable. So I know that feeling that you have, and it's almost like it comes in the days where you're feeling like, I don't know, some days you feel like, I guess for me, you feel like you're just spinning the wheels, and like, is anybody out there listening? And then you get that confirmation from the universe, like, not only it's because they're not engaging, don't mean they're out there watching. So always keep on that. And plus, you touched on just, you know, one of the songs is, my favorite song is Let Me Live, and it just hits, I don't know, it hits a personal spot for me, because, you know, you do things to impress, and it's in all of us, to impress or what we think society wants us to do.
Yeah.
And then we got the other part of just who we really are, the essence of who we really are. Sometimes we put in a mask and making it. I'm getting into that. I've been seeing 11:11 all the time to the point where
Time
it's
for change.
annoying. What's that mean?
Time for change.
I
thought
think
that's when you're supposed to make a wish.
I think it's just like confirmation.
All right,
You know, it's like when you see something on your like in your heart, feel something in your heart, or it's in your head, and then the universe provides that for you. It's like, oh, I'm supposed to be here.
Maybe
Yeah.
it
You know
depends
what I
on like what you're doing when you're seeing it.
It's like it's
Like he said, maybe it's a confirmation you're right where you're supposed to be,
or when I got a plan up here
and you're going in
and I
that.
hold myself back because you be like, I can't do it, like blah, and then I see it, I'll see it. I'm like, so I didn't mean to cut you off, but like I've been getting these things of like you know.
So let me live. You were with your boy Augustus.
Yeah.
We get off topic all the time on this show, by the way. Heads up.
Or
Yeah.
it gets off topic.
Yeah, my bad. ADD. Let me
Yeah.
live.
We were just there, and then I just said, I mean, the whole thing came to me real fast. The song came to me in a moment,
Yeah.
and we wrote it, and we didn't really think anything of it. We didn't really finish it, and then I'm just like, I somehow like was going through old emails, and I saw I'm like, yo, like we got to do this. This is fire. But it was like it was like rough, and we didn't mix it or anything. So it was like, but I was like, there's something here, and then the mix came back. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
When the beat drops,
Such
like
a
that.
summer vibe,
Right?
Yes.
So I really like it.
Matter of fact, let's
Definitely
make.
go on the summer playlist.
We gonna make we doing a KavaSpills summer playlist. And that's definitely
shit.
gonna make
Yeah.
the playlist.
That's a good idea.
Oh yeah, Spotify too. It's gonna be
Let's
public,
do
so
it.
y'all can pull up and see what we listen
And
to.
YouTube music.
What we
because
riding to.
I don't get down with Spotify.
And I'm on my Frank Ocean shit. Like my album is taking forever.
Yeah.
I still want you on the album.
Yeah, you already know, bro.
Or Kendrick.
100%.
Right? You
What's
could
that?
say you could compare it to Kendrick because you
No.
always talk about he didn't put out an album for so long, blah blah blah.
Not Kendrick.
Anyway,
Frank
we
Ocean.
On
won't,
that
we
topic,
won't, we won't
Frank
get in it.
Ocean.
Hey, we won't. Hey, this has been an ongoing back and forth.
but we
It's-
haven't seen Dephree. I think it's appropriate to
Oh
ask.
my god! All right, man. But
I haven't been bringing it up.
all right, fine. Dephree, got a question for you, my man.
I know where it's going.
I know. Jay-Z. I'll say this first. Jay-Z has a quote that says, "Men lie, women lie, numbers don't." That's it. I'm just throw that out there. The whole Drake and Kendrick thing, man. What's your play on
So
that, man?
okay, well, so like Kendrick kicked the dog shit out of him in a way that's unprecedented, and the Super Bowl was crazy. Like that was,
Bro.
that was crazy, right?
I lost the gallon of Kava.
But I gotta tell you what, like I like Drake's amazing. I have a few Drake songs which I love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You?
Yeah,
A few.
yeah.
let him live. Let him live.
But I've never been like a huge fan.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And
I knew we were cool for a reason.
but I'm always like in my heart I root for the underdog.
Yes.
So like
So
I was
Kendrick.
team Kendrick
Kendrick is the
off the
underdog.
rip, and then once like it started getting so lopsided,
Right?
I started like found myself rooting for Drake.
Yes.
Because it's like I just love the underdog, and
You
I
saw
never thought Drake be the underdog.
Me either.
But like,
Not.
but it was just cool. You know what I mean? I just like yeah, man. I found myself like kind of rooting for Drake towards the end.
Okay,
you know?
so
But
you're
it-
kind of in the middle.
He's a fan of the music. Just a fan of my thing was it divided a lot of my friends because like the internet. There's music and then there's the internet like pumps it up. A lot of my friends are walking up being like, "Yo, you listen to that PDF file?" I'm like, "Bruh, really?"
Yeah.
And then get this beef started right around the end of the year. So the Spotify wrap up, they send you a wrap up. A lot of these, they weren't posting their wrap ups.
Yeah.
You know why? Because
Yeah.
Drake was all over that. So I'm like, yo, post y'all's Spotify wrap up
First
for the
of
year.
all, this beef
Oh, you
started.
won't want to post it because the Drake's on
did
there.
not start at the end of the year. It started
Man.
at the beginning of the year.
Whatever. Drake's been on top the whole year.
It's been over a year that it.
It was
Right?
March. It was February or March that the first song came out. The Future and Kendrick Metro Boomin beat song. Came out.
Yeah.
And then I think Not Like Us came out in April. So not the end of the year.
Definitely.
But a lot of people had Drake in their raps, and they don't even listen to Drake. So who's paying?
Every one of those people going at Drake's owes Drake a check for the feature that Drake put them on with.
Right.
Like all of their tracks that are number one on the charts, Drake is featured. So now, Dephree, if you let's say you open up your email, you got 2 feature requests for a song, one from TDE, one from OVO. Which one are you opening up first? Both are feature requests. That's the subject line. Feature request TDE. Then the next one.
That's a really good.
And then
That's
the next
a
one
really
says feature request OVO.
Great question.
Which one are you clicking on first?
Oh.
That's the question right there.
They both just say, "We want you."
We want you, like the army.
Dot.
Yeah. Think about what it'll do for your career.
Yeah,
Oh, that is a tough one, though. That is a tough one.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Do you want it to blow your career up, or do you want to be known for your lyrics?
We could be talking
No,
about
I feel you. I think Drake goes crazy lyrically though. So I don't know. Honestly, I'm a drink.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll take a
We
drink.
can do that. We can do that. Hey, good answer.
Ooh-la.
Good answer. Hey, maybe Dephree might bring everybody back together. It'd be a Kendrick, Drake, and Dephree song that brings up
Who knows?
everybody together.
I
Who
do
knows?
have music news though.
Yeah.
Shoot, let's
There's
do
more
it.
beef now, not with Drake or Kendrick.
Okay.
I think I know where we're going. I think I know.
Where?
Mr. Joey. Yeah, Mr. Joey Badass out here showing his ass. You
Yeah.
heard about this?
Daylight. Have you listened to?
Oh, I listen to all of
Yeah?
it. The thing is, when you're
The
on, so Joey Badass.
East versus West, basically, is what's
Okay.
happening right now.
And
I'm
you
not
know,
familiar.
he's not very keen on the whole Kendrick. He's just like whatever. He's got a line that says he was at a Diddy party and K Dot was there. He's throwing little subtle jabs at, so it's a little contradictory to like what everybody else is saying about Kendrick. So it's a little jab. So I'm curious to see where it goes. But
Kendrick just said, "Daylight, take care of this."
I
for me."
mean, yeah,
I'm
like
involved.
the thing.
I'm not a huge West Coast rap fan at all, right? But
Neither is Amy. I can't even put
have
on
to
Nipsey in
say,
front of her.
like, West Coast is up since the Kendrick Drake stuff started. West Coast is on top, and listening to those go back and forth,
Yeah,
Daylight,
yeah.
which
Hey,
I'm
people
not
sleep on
usually a
Daylight.
fan.
People see. Hey, if y'all know who Daylight is, look him up and then look up battle rap and culture. Look all that up.
And then go watch some breakdowns of what they're actually saying, because if you don't listen to them, it's going to be hard to understand what
And
he's saying.
then listen to Dephree, and you can just feel good and peaceful.
Yeah, that's like really
Right.
I love hip hop, and I always like have, and I when I started getting into this, I like started doing the knowledge and like learning the history of how hip hop got started, and I know that it got battles was like a big part of it,
Mhm.
but like at the end of the day, I just want to be myself. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And it's like
Right.
I've had situations where certain rappers like coming at me, like not dropping a diss track or nothing like that, just like throwing shade at me, like talking
on your own.
Who
on
are
your own
they?
track.
No, not like just like
Like yeah,
comments or I hear,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? And I like had like a moment because part of me wanted to be like, yo, let me go call these fools out by
See,
name,
that's me,
right?
bro. That's me.
Let me call them out by name, and then you know what I mean? And then it's like, but I don't feel like that's the best part of it.
Because you're only hyping them up.
Nah, it's not about that. It's about who do I want to be.
Yeah.
And like at the end of the day, it's like what I want to do is stand for like love and positivity and
True.
acceptance.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to go down that route.
Yeah.
Like even though sometimes it's like, and sometimes I'm feeling like ego-y, and I'm just like, bro, I'm so good. Like
And
let me just call out everyone and just be like, state my claim. I'm here. You know what I mean? And like, and I think I might have to do some of that, but like not like shitting on people, just kind of saying, "Hey, I got it." You know what I mean? But not being like, "Yo, f this dude." Like, right?
Sometimes no response is the best response, and that's what they want from you.
No, it's true.
Yeah, they're trying to get a reaction out
Get
of
you
you.
out of your element. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll take them down.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely succumb to the whole. I mean, I got a diss record out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Right.
on a Drake beat.
Really
On a Drake beat.
And on the West Coast beat.
But you know, me and my boy were going back.
Actually.
Me and my boy were going back and forth, and it was planned. But I dissed him like back to back, which he wasn't ready for.
Ooh.
And then get this is his fault. So I dissed him.
Yeah.
And my friend sent it to him. He was with his significant other at the time. And there were some lyrics in there that would have caused some riff in between them. So this dude plays my song, plays it on speaker for the first time in front of her.
Oh.
And I'm going in. Yeah. And I'll say some disrespectful things.
Yeah.
And he texts me later. He's like, bro, like, I got in trouble at home because of this song. Like, I'm answering questions I've never had to answer before. And that was the whole backdraft of it. I'm like, yo, I meant to be like that. It caused him to real. And I'm like, bro, why you play it out loud? He's like, I thought it was, I didn't know what it was. So that was the back part. I was like, man, that's my boy. I wish I didn't go through that. But he ain't gonna diss me. He ain't gonna do that again.
I love that. But I mean, honestly, I kind of want to just, I'm here. I'm going to talk about something. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, kind of on this note.
Yeah.
You know, like, I feel like since I moved here, I made it a point, like 5 years ago is when I first moved here, and I made it a point to like really get to know the scene and show everyone love. And I feel like a lot of that love like hasn't been reciprocated, and that's cool, you know what I mean? But like, it's like not everyone has to like each other, whatever. You know, I feel like people, because I do the goofy stuff sometimes, and I'm like different, like, you know what I mean? People, well, for whatever reason, I feel like kind of outcasted in certain circles. Yeah, and you know, but like, it really does like. Take a lot from me to like make an internal decision, like, you know what, like, and not even within myself, like, I'm gonna pray for your success and pray for you, and like smile when I see you, and support your shit, and share your fucking music on my story, because it's like, that's who I want to be. And it's like, whatever you do is not going to take me out of my fucking zone. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean I have to like chase people or like relationships or energy, but it's like, I just kind of don't want to be poisoned by like, I don't want to fucking drink that poison. You know what I mean? Within myself. So like, that's really who I decided I am and I'm gonna be. You know what I mean? Is like a source for positivity, even when motherfuckers don't deserve it. You know what I mean?
That whole thing you touched upon about that takes a lot. That takes strength. Praying for somebody. Praying for somebody's success when you know, like, or you touched upon, I know I'm better than them. Like, I know they're going to agree with me if I say this, but I'm not going to say that because it's not who I am.
But imagine being that person. That's wild. Where it's like, you got this person who like shows you love. You know what I mean? Posts your shit, comments on your shit, pops out to your show, like nods their head up front for you. You know what I mean? And you just like throw shade back. Like, that's shitty, bro. Like, that is. Imagine being that way, dude. Like, that would suck to be that way.
That would suck for me to look back, because at the end of the day, you gotta like, you sit with yourself and know that, damn, I'm lame for this. Like, I'm lame. Like, to myself, I'm lame.
But it's also their own insecurities, because it just means that they want to be able to be free like you and do the fun shit and do whatever they want, you know, and not care or give a fuck what anybody else thinks. And they're not able to.
No, that's true. And that ultimately is why I choose to like have compassion. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, it's like they're just like hurting in a way. You know what I mean? That's like they haven't like figured out that like that the spiritual aspect. Not saying I'm so spiritual, but like there's certain foundational principles of how like to be happy. You know what I mean? And like, I place my peace of mind over like anything else.
Getting even.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where would you say in this journey of finding yourself, knowing who Dephree is? Where are you at? Where are you in that journey? Are you discovering who Dephree is? Are you at the point where I know who I am, I know what I need? Because both of them are good spots to be in, figuring out who you are. But I get a little sense of both. I feel like you're going through a journey, and I also feel like you're coming on the other side of a journey.
Well, so first, I believe you can never. It's impossible to find yourself. You have to create yourself.
All right, bet.
You
I
know,
like that.
and so I know who the person is I want to create, and what I believe, and what I stand for, and I strive to be like that.
Yeah.
And I fail every day, multiple times a day. You know, I struggle, dude. Just within myself, with like discipline and like certain things. But like, there's also a lot of things that I really respect about myself. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like, we're gonna get better, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they can't fucking stop us.
No, they
dude.
can't.
And when they can't stop us, it's like the dark voices inside my head. Because obviously nobody else can stop us, but we stop ourselves. You know what I mean? And I got hella, I try to stop myself. I'm afraid of success. And ultimately, that's like why I'm not successful to the level I'd like to be in this music shit and in other areas of life, is because I'm afraid. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to kill that fear within myself. And like, and I've I make progress, but it's like, I'm finding that like it's not linear. Yeah. And, you know what I mean? And we can backslide just within certain things.
We're human.
And like I made a lot of progress on my weight out in Colorado and shape, and then I got back and I didn't have a routine. She got crazy, put on some weight, like you know what I mean? And so it's like, but it's like, shit, I'm gonna go work out today. It's just today, you know what I mean? Today. So like, so let's pick it back up, get some positive momentum, you know. So we're out here, bro, fighting the fucking good fight.
I will say something, man. Dephree is one of those people. He called me randomly the other day, just to check in or whatever. And you know, when you talk to somebody on the phone, you get off the phone, it's like, damn, I needed that phone call, or I needed that convo, or just even talking with you. Used to come into my old job all the time. When you left this like motivation, or I don't know, you motivate me personally. You motivate me just being around you, because I absorb that passion. I've seen you in work. I was in a music video with you, so I've seen that the work side of it. I've hung out with you, so I've seen the realness of it. So I don't know, you're just a motivating person. I really want to tell you, if I haven't told you, I fuck with you heavy. I love you, Dephree. I'm your number one friend. I'm always rooting for you, because when I first met you, when you walked in, I still am. I was just impressed. I was like,
right? With
dude,
his notepad.
I was telling people, I was like, bro, I just met the coolest dude in the world. And you didn't say, I make music. You didn't say, look at me. It was like, I did my own, like, I want to get to know him.
It took a few times of you coming, and then you told us about the old freeway sign thing.
And then it was just like, wait, ooh, and it made us want to get, but that was just behind the scenes. Your energy first walking in the door.
Time out.
What's up?
That would have never happened if you didn't go to a Kavabar.
Oh, true. What made you walk into a Kavabar that day by yourself? That was a question.
I was intrigued, because like where I'm from the West Coast, and like it
hasn't popped off there
yet,
right?
Just, I think it's there, you know, but it's like, I saw shit, everyone, what the fuck is this? Yeah. You know, and then I just kind of like went in, maybe I went in to get a vape. You know what I mean? And I met you, and I'm like, I like this dude. And I really just came back to kick it with you. I felt real comfortable there. And like the Ohana, is that what it is? Like, just the vibes. Like, I was like, this is dope. This culture is dope. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So I felt, and I was like, literally, you're probably one of the first people I ever met when I moved to St. Pete.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, hell yeah.
So like it was just kind of like a cool start for me to like see what Florida has to offer. Like, you know, in other parts of the country, everyone shits on Florida. Everyone's making fun of Florida.
For real, like,
and
everyone's coming.
Good, don't
move here. Shit, don't move here.
And I was like, fuck, I'm moving to Florida. Like, that sucks, dude. Like, you know, when I first moved here, and then I'm like,
way better than California.
I really like Cali's dope. I don't know.
Cali's dope. Hey, shout out West Coast.
You know, it's funny because I've been out here for so long, and everyone's been like out here it's like, oh, the California sucks. On the Joe Rogan's California is going to shit. Like, it's horrible. Then like there was the fires, the crazy fires. And I went to LA like a month after those fires.
Really?
Maybe a few months after those fires.
Damn.
Right? And I was like staying with my boy in Thousand Oaks, which is just a few miles from like Malibu and all that shit. And I get out there, I'm just like, oh, this is awesome. Like, this is so beautiful. Everything's fucking perfect. Just how I remembered it. Like, you know, I love Los Angeles. I like really.
LA.
I just had a really personal connection with that place. But with the spirit of the West, you know what I mean? But I'm like, I love it here. And this is home now, and so I rep Florida. I am from Florida.
Yes.
St. Pete will win. Tampa will win.
727.
I fuck with y'all, dude.
727. But shout out, where did I go when I was in LA? Kava. Hey, shout y'all out, man. They use
the green
sweatsuit. They use
all over.
They use Kava nectar instead of Kava. So it's like the essence of the Kava, I guess. I didn't think it was gonna like make me feel good. So I had like my normal like 4 or 5 shells, and I was gliding out of there too, man. But I don't know about the green jumpsuits. I like the green jumpsuits, but
I think it's cool.
You like the green jumpsuits?
Yeah.
I don't wash my. I would need 7 of those because my shit won't be washed every day. Like, it might be laundry day for me one of those days. I don't know about the onesie uniform.
I think it's a memorable thing that gets people to think about it because they're also all over social media. I've gotten ads for them.
Yeah,
it will make them stand out for sure. It's the only one I've ever seen.
For real.
How about our new shirts?
Oh yeah, new shirts in here. By the way, these are custom done. Therefore, we got one for you too. These are custom done too. We're gonna put them up for sale. We will put information up on our Instagram for them.
I have some ready in the car, some larges.
So if you see us somewhere, we'll pull up on us, ask us about it. Anything else before we burn up in this? Now the sun want to go away. Anything else?
We started. I don't think we did it when you were on last. We started a new segment called Route to Pick.
All right.
So. Anything you have a root to pick.
Well, let one of us go first, so he can have.
All right, I got one.
You got one.
I brought it up.
Yeah.
I got into.
Let me see your vape while you give this story.
I got into a little fender bender a couple weeks ago. Whatever. It wasn't that big of a deal. We'll put a picture up. There was literally a scratch on this girl's car. I was going like 5 miles per hour. I just found out. Also, wait, let me rewind. I asked the girl, can we just exchange information? I have full coverage. Like, you can call my insurance right here. You can, so you can see that it's paid. It's, She calls her mom. She's young. The mom comes and was very nasty to me. I'm not even going to get into that. But puts a claim in with my insurance while we're standing there. Goes through all that to then say, I think we need to call the cops. So, of course, I got a ticket because technically, I guess I was in the wrong, even though the girl sped up or was texting. Anyway.
Were you texting?
No.
All right, good.
No.
Seatbelts on?
Yeah. The car won't shut up if you don't.
I think we're coming to a good end. I think we
plug my sex guy.
Yeah.
Oh no, forgot because we was in the video, man. Plug your shit, bro.
Okay, guys.
Legendary.
This is major update. Sex God Supreme, the Funk album drops in June. Video June 11th. Sex God Supreme album June 26th, I think, right in time for Pride, because we rock with the gays all day, right? And if you don't, there's something wrong with you and you probably gay, right? So
that's wild, bro.
You know what I mean? So just like Pride Month, Sex God Supreme, it's the craziest album you've heard in your life. Funk music, dance music, having fun.
Yeah.
The video is the wild. Y'all know I've done some wild music videos.
Yeah.
Right?
Some wild shit.
This is the craziest music video you've ever seen in your life.
Crazier than the freeway.
Yeah.
No.
We dressed up.
I think so.
We rented out a whole church.
Yeah.
I'm in a priest outfit, throwing a rave with drag queens.
A real church, people.
Shout out Adriana Sparkles, the best drag queen in the game.
Didn't even notice. when they were not dressed. Didn't even notice. Like who is this? Switched over. Whoa.
Yeah.
Like whoa.
No, Adriana Sparkles is so dope.
St. Pete legend, I would say.
St. Pete legend. St. Pete. He's honestly a personal hero of mine.
Yeah.
Just such a good vibe, energy.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're having a video release party at Cocktails on Central. We need y'all there.
I've been there before.
We need y'all there. I'm performing at Pride on the main stage with Adriana Sparkles.
What?
Yeah,
that's huge.
Yeah.
Oh, we there.
Awesome.
KavaSpills is there.
And we got shirts.
Oh, we there.
So just tap in with the whole movement. It's gonna be the most entertaining summer of your life. Unexpected. We got some publicity stunts coming. We're gonna piss a lot of people off, which is my favorite thing to do, and stir up some controversy. About to be all over CNN and Fox News.
Let's go.
No
We're gonna murder it this summer.
Let's go.
And
show a clip of the video that you showed us, like just a sneak peek, anything, or are you not releasing any of it?
Maybe. It's up to
I can't.
No.
I can't do it. I can't
Let
do
it be
it.
a surprise. Let it be a surprise.
It's a
Let
surprise.
it be a
We got the
surprise.
whole, so yeah. Anyways, but
Damn, that's exciting.
it's gonna be a good summer, and thank you guys for having me on the podcast.
bro.
KavaSpills.
Yeah.
These are some of my favorite people in the world. I'm sitting with right here.
Hell
so
yeah.
show them love, like, subscribe, do all that.
Hell yeah.
Ohana,
Hey,
much
shit.
love.
That's the best way to end it on that, peoples. Hey, only one thing left to say. Thank you, Dephree, for coming through. And we're going to end this with a shell. Happy birthday, Sloan.
Boom.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you for making the shirts, Ames.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for everything you do to put this all together.
You know, I try.
Flying by the seat
Sex-
of our pants.
You got That's us. Sex God coming out. Album's already out, Freedom. All right. It's a play on his last name, too. I even like that. We didn't even get into that, but I like that, too. All right. Peoples, we'll see y'all next time. It's hot as hell in Florida. But hey, it's where the best Kava is. So,
Booyah.
Let the rib, let the motherfucker live. Let me live, let me live, let me live, let me live. Let me ride, let me roll, let me grow, let me go. Let me live, let me live, let me live.
Let me flow, let me be.